Ricky. Today I am going to start a whole new segment on dupes of products, and I will be doing this, I think, maybe weekly or bi-weekly, or maybe, I don't know. Comment and let me know how often you want to see me do this after the video. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if the dupe of the Beauty Blender holds up to a Beauty Blender. So I have a knockoff Beauty Blender and a real Beauty Blender. As you can see, it's in the Beauty Blender package. This is a real Beauty Blender. Got it in my Birchbox for October. And this is a Rouge Smooth Blender. I got one of these free to try out and review. And it works really, really well. And I haven't used an actual Beauty Blender yet because they're really expensive. And who wants to go out and buy a little applicator for $20-something? I don't. So I was never planning on ever doing this video because I never planned on getting a Beauty Blender. However, I did get one in my Birchbox, so I am really, really, really excited to see if the Beauty Blender itself is really worth the money, or if getting a dupe from eBay or China or whatever is just as good. So I decided I'm going to do this segment as often as I possibly can. Write down in the comments how often you would like to see me do this. Take a high-end product and take the dupe and actually try it out, match it, see if it really is a dupe. So yeah, and I'm trying to think of a name for that segment. Like, I was thinking, it's a dupe, or I don't know. This one I thought was funny because I was thinking, will it blend? And then I was like, well, they're going to think I'm going to just try to stick it in a blender. No, I'm going to see if the blenders will blend. I'm feeling really funky today, so whee! Okay, anywho, so let's get started. I am going to use my Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream because this one's very smooth and creamy and easy to blend, regardless of what I use. So I'm going to use this today, and let me get these ready to use. Gonna get the blenders ready. Alright, so I got my blenders ready. First thing I have noticed is the difference in texture. Beauty Blender, Rouge Smooth Blender. They are larger than they were the beginning of the video because you wet them and squeeze them out, wet them, squeeze them out until they get really, really big. And then that's when you're ready to use them. And if you notice, the Beauty Blender is like really, really, really squishy. The Rouge Smooth Blender is squishy, but it's not as squishy. It's hard to tell on the video. I'm using the same amount of pressure. You see how much more squishy the this blender is? I mean, I can hide the other blender in my hand, and they're pretty much the same size. This one's a little thicker. But, yeah, so the texture is completely different. This is more like a sponge. You can't really see it on the camera, all the pores that this has. This doesn't have any pores. It's very smooth, kind of like a microfiber. So, I guess we'll start with the Beauty Blender so we can see how well that actually works. So I got my foundation here. Put some of that on. I'm going to do half my face with the Beauty Blender, and then we'll do the other half with the Rouge Smooth Blender. Oh, gotta take out the nose ring so I don't get that all yuck. And for anybody who's interested in knowing, I am not wearing any foundation on right now. I only have a primer on, a face primer. And of course, eye makeup, obviously. Ha, ha, ha. I might have used a little too much foundation. Now, I do notice with this, because the Beauty Blender, because it's so soft and squishy, I can't really do the circular motion with it. Because it just kind of flops. Trying it. Normally I don't really put much foundation on my forehead when I have bangs because it just defeats the purpose. Alright, so I should probably blend in my nose a little better. Alright, so I don't know if you can see. I'm going to look in my mirror. My skin is very dry, so of course where I have blemishes, there's like little skin thingies. Alright, that's not bad. I have some breakouts, but, you know, that happens. Alright, so that was the Beauty Blender. Now I'm going to do the other side with the Dupe. I won't use as much foundation this time because I used a little too much. Do. Smushing it all into my face. Alright, now let's see if there's a difference. I have more patches of dry skin. Well, I noticed a difference on my nose. This side of my nose, I used the Rouge Smooth Dupe. This side of my nose, I used the Beauty Blender. Do you see how chunky that is? Let's see if we can get in there a little better. God, this dry skin is driving me mad. I don't know, can you guys really, can you see a difference? Can you see a difference between this side blending and this side blending? It's really hard for me to see a difference. I really don't see a difference. So first impression overall, the Beauty Blender is nice, but it's so soft. Like it's harder to, what's the word? manipulate. It's harder to manipulate the Beauty Blender because it's so soft, so it just kind of squishes. You know? While this one, it squishes, but it still stays solid so that you can grip it and blend with it. That feels really nice. They're both soft on the skin. They're not irritating. I think the Beauty Blender has a little more exfoliating texture to it. Like it feels like it'll help exfoliate. At this point, I'm just playing with my face. But honestly, I think it would be a personal preference whether you like the Beauty Blender or a Dupe better. They basically do the same exact thing. They are slightly different in texture, like I said. And I don't know. I think the dupes were perfectly fine. They're basically the same thing. You know, they have the same concept. It's just a different texture. So I think it's personal preference. For me, it doesn't matter whether I'm using one of these, my fingers, or one of those little foam pads. I prefer this over the foam pads for sure. But I think a dupe compared to the Beauty Blender, whether you're on a budget or not, the dupe does the same exact thing. It blends your makeup. You can use this to apply blush. You can use it to apply, under eye concealer, stuff like that. So it's personal preference. They both work the identical, same way for me. So is it a dupe? Yes. Would I suggest the dupe? Yes. Are you on a budget? I am. I would get this. I would get the little dupe because why would you spend so much money on a Beauty Blender when you can get a cheap one and it works the same way? That's how I feel. So I hope you enjoyed this little, will it dupe or whatever. Help me figure out what to call this segment because I really want to do this. I really want to do this. I don't buy a lot of high-end stuff, but if I do get high-end stuff, I'll do dupe videos. I would love to do that. I need some kind of new thing. Like my mail haul on Sundays. Maybe I can do like is it a dupe Wednesday or something? Give me your ideas. Throw down some ideas down below. Let me know what you think. I need ideas. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!